Again? We are doing this again? We are talking about the same doofus trying to intentionally hurt an opposing player in November? Again? We're talking about the most overrated player possibly in the history of the NBA. Someone who is without a doubt the luckiest player in the history of the league, because if he was not drafted by the Rainbow Warriors, we would have never heard the name Draymond Green. We are seriously going to let this asshole get away with this again? This is one of my biggest problems with Adam Silver. Matter of fact, this is the main reason that I started calling him Alice, because a man, a real leader, he is not afraid to hold someone accountable. The main reason that I quit following the Pelicans, I did not quit on the team. I didn't quit on the players. Hell, I didn't even quit on the weasel Willard Green. I quit on the franchise. I quit on the organization because I got tired of watching the same mistakes year after year. I got tired of watching management. I got tired of watching ownership being afraid to hold people accountable. For years now, the NBA has had the same problem with Draymond Green. If you watch the Rainbow Warriors, you will quickly notice that Draymond Green, he is allowed to get away with things that other players would never be allowed to get away with. And I'm not talking about other role players. I'm talking about star players. Well, KC, Captain Doofus has earned that right. He has a reputation as being a great defender. No, he has a reputation of intimidating people who are weaker than he is. He has a reputation of intimidating NBA officials. And I believe that Draymond Green has intimidated Alice Silver. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. If you happen to stumble across this video, be sure to check out my main channel, Behind the Line. Search Behind the Line here on YouTube. Should be the first channel that comes up. Draymond Green, he is allowed to curse at NBA officials. He's allowed to whine. He's allowed to complain. He is allowed to commit obvious flagrant fouls, intentional fouls, and not be thrown out of the game. This dude is without a doubt the dirtiest player in the history of the league, and it would be one thing if Draymond Green was a dirty player within the confines of the game, but some of the things that Draymond Green has done, you can make a strong case that his ass should be in jail. For the better part of 10 years, we have watched this dude get away with everything. No one holds him accountable. Not Steve Kerr, not Steph Curry, not ownership in Golden State. Alice damn sure ain't holding Draymond Green accountable. My inside sources, they tell me that Alice Silver hides under his desk when he has a meeting with Draymond Green. When he suspends Dre, Alice, he subs out that work to a security firm. If he had to face Dre himself face to face, Alice would be pissing down his leg. I have said it before, I'm going to say it again. I said this same thing last year twice when we had two violent incidents with Draymond Green in the span of a few weeks in November and December. At minimum, Draymond Green should be suspended for the rest of the season. But KC, that play on Zach Edey wasn't that bad. Yes, it was. Zach Edey could have torn his Achilles, which in most cases in the NBA, a torn Achilles is a death sentence for your career. Vast majority of players are never the same once they tear an Achilles. You don't believe me? Go ask DeMarcus Cousins. Zach Edey is a rookie, which means his NBA career could have potentially been altered forever because of a selfish, egregious, unnecessary play by Draymond Green. Suspending him for the season, that, in my opinion, should be the minimum punishment. If I was the commissioner of the NBA, and I am being dead serious when I say this, if I was the commissioner of the NBA, Draymond Green would be suspended for life. I would kick his dumb ass out of the league. KC, Adam Silver would never do that. He plays for the Warriors. They are one of the biggest draws in the league. No, the Warriors are not a draw. Steph Curry is a draw. This franchise was a polished turd before they drafted Steph Curry. If he demanded a trade, the Rainbow Warriors, they would return to irrelevance. But you're right. Adam Silver would never kick Draymond Green out of the NBA. Hell, he's not even willing to suspend him for the regular season because he's afraid to hold him accountable, which is why Draymond Green continues to do this over and over and over, year after year after year. You know, in the criminal justice system, there's something called the 3-strike rule. I don't know if it's still in effect, but the way it used to work, if you got 3 Class A felonies, or maybe it was 3 Class B felonies or higher, either way, if you fucked up 3 times, you went to prison for life, 25 to life. You were called a repeat offender. The way the system looked at you, you were irredeemable. You were beyond repair. So your dumbass would sit in prison for the rest of your life. Draymond Green is a repeat offender. And I don't care about all the psychological stuff. I don't care about Dre getting straight A's and sensitivity training. I don't care about his background. I don't care about the excuses. I don't care about the reasons that he acts like a criminal on the court. I don't care. That is not a me problem. That is not a NBA problem. That is a you problem. Under no circumstances should Draymond Green be allowed to play another game in the NBA. But it won't happen. And it won't happen because Adam Silver is afraid to hold him accountable. But give me your thoughts on this. Should Draymond Green be kicked out of the league? At minimum, should he be suspended for the season? You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys on the main channel.